EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the architectural wonder that is the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25. I call it the 26-yard line. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. He completes it to Julio Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Get up! Hey, gun. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Gun! 21!
On first and 10, it's Ryan. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. Now the ball comes loose, and this is picked up by the Browns. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. In our meetings this week, they kind of tipped us off. They wanted to play ultra-aggressive, forcing fumbles. They just did that right there.
They took it to the next level, didn't they? You're exactly right, because everyone talks about being aggressive on defense and tackling well, but they were talking about getting after the football, making sure the ball was stripped out each and every time they lined up someone to get them on the ground.
And the adjustment working early. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, first and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Detroit! Watch him now, Barney!
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Brooks Reed in there to get him for a loss of 5.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Gone, 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 gone. Detroit, Detroit. Gone, 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 gone.
Third and long for Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. He was looking for Landry that time.
Well, it's third and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Wait. Hey, wait.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Let's go. 39.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. So a field goal try here on 4th down as the Falcons called on Matt Bryant. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And Bryant's kick is good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And the Browns getting set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. A big play that time for Cleveland. 63 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here we go. Green.
2nd down, Mayfield. Screen play, Johnson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will tie us at 3-3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
25!
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Travis Carey. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Here we go now. Boom, landed.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
And normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Gone, 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 gone. All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
And an alley to run. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Desmond Trufant there making the tackle.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. Landry, the intended target.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
From the shotgun, Ryan steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Joe Schobert able to get in there and drop him behind the line.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Ryan, and that'll be hauled in by the tight end. It's Hooper for the Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper, a 9-yard touchdown grab, and the Falcons are in for 6. Here's Bosher to kick it away. a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now the Browns coming out on the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Mayfield now on 2nd down. His throw incomplete. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. The Browns on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That is caught. It's Perriman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. 1st down, Mayfield. That's caught out left by Perriman. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Deion Jones. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Over! All right, here we go.
They go play action. Mayfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Brashad Perriman, 36 yards. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. Point after try forthcoming. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. He got 29 yards that time. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mayfield on first down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's Desmond Trufant. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Vic Beasley able to make the tackle. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Mayfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Mayfield down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. On 4th down, they snap it to Mayfield. And this is caught. He hits Landry.